the size is different, and hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So I have recently upgraded myself from an iPhone 11 to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So I thought I'd do more of an in-depth video comparing the two phones and just reviewing my new phone in general. So I filmed like my whole unboxing of the new phone because obviously iPhone unboxings are always extremely satisfying. Although I feel like my box pulling this time was not as satisfying as usual. It kind of went like, instead of, it just, yeah. But I still filmed it because I thought it'd be good to put it in the video. But yeah, so the first biggest difference and most noticeable is probably the size of the two phones. So the 15 Pro Max is bigger. Yeah, the size is different, and I feel that I can feel the size a lot when I'm using this and switch to this. The size difference is not actually huge, but what I've found is that it's because of like the screen size. I will put the dimensions up on the screen, but yeah, you get a lot more screen with the 15 Pro Max compared to the 11. Although the screen size of the Pro Max is one of the main reasons why I chose this phone. So I could have gone for the 15 Pro because obviously pretty much everything about the Pro Max and the Pro is the same except from the screen size and the storage sizes that it comes in. For me, after I've actually had this 11 for 3 years before I upgraded to this, so I got very used to the 11 obviously, but I kind of started wanting just a larger phone after a while. So it was like a year ago when I decided to change my phone, I'm gonna go for a Pro Max so that I get that upgraded screen size. So for anyone who has like an iPhone 11 and is considering going to the Pro Max or getting one of the 15 models, or maybe you're thinking about 16 Pro Max in the future, that sort of line, is it worth it? That's a really big thing to think about. So for me personally, it was definitely worth it because like I said, I had the 11 for 3 years. So this phone was already kind of getting on. Although my battery health on this is actually 82%, it's not under 80 yet, which is not too bad for 3 years. And I use my phone every day. I'm scrolling on TikTok every day, do you know what I mean? So I use my phone. I'm not someone that doesn't use it. One of the biggest selling points for me has got to be the Magsafe upgraded situation, because with my 11, no Magsafe, nothing. So that was something that I felt like I really, really wanted, in terms of like stuff like pop sockets, and the Magsafe chargers, which is really useful. I was using like wireless charging with this anyway, but obviously the idea of being able to have a Magsafe power bank and you literally stick it to your phone and you leave it on is just so convenient. And I do travel quite a fair bit. and move around a lot, so it's honestly just worth it for something like on the go and convenience. And obviously you need to be able to charge your phone, you know. And I will do a quick demonstration of Magsafe stuff. So I've got my little Care Bear pop socket here, and literally like just on the phone, like, and you can hold your phone with your super cute pop socket. You can convert any pop socket to a Magsafe one, by the way, guys. You do not need to buy like a Magsafe pop socket. You literally buy like a magnetic adapter thing and just stick the pop socket on, and you are sorted. In terms of my reasonings in upgrading, and the reason that it's been worth it for me personally, is going to be pretty superficial things. I'm not going to go like super deep into the tech. Any questions like that, I just save for my fiance and he answers them for me, so he helps me out with that stuff. I'm not the tech whiz here, so this is not like to give you guys like necessarily advice. It's just like a review of my 11 versus my 15 and just how I've been getting on with the 15 as well. I've had it for just over a month now, so I'm definitely been using it properly. It's all set up, like everything is, you know, sorted in that way. So Magsafe honestly is so useful. It's just a really, really practical thing. But obviously Magsafe, I think, started with the 12s, not even like the 15. So you do not need like the 15 to use Magsafe at all. But aside from that, another really obvious reason is going to be the cameras. So we have the 3 cameras on my 15 Pro Max, and then obviously the 2 here. I will put on the screen the megapixels and stuff for each camera, but in terms of actually using it and seeing the quality, I feel like I have experienced it. It is like the 15 Pro Max pictures genuinely look better. I've even found that the wide angle lens, the 0.5, is much better on the 15 Pro Max. I think that it does a lot better in low light, and I'm gonna think that's to do with the change in the f-stop that they've done. I think the nighttime pictures and video on this is also much better than the 11. Now don't get me wrong, even the cameras on the 11 is still really, really good. Like if you only recently got an 11, I wouldn't say that you need to upgrade, because the cameras on this is still really good. You can still record in 4K, you can still take great pictures. What I do find really interesting is that the front cameras still have not changed, which is kind of interesting. I think they're 12 megapixels still, which I don't really know why. Apple, please explain. So another reason that I think it's been really useful is actually the screen is much brighter and like better quality, and you can actually see the difference. I'll put a picture up. Oh, this is like low-key hard to really see. I'm not sure how obvious it is, but the picture quality on this, on the screen, on the Pro Max, 15 Pro Max, is so much clearer. This is just a picture of a wedding dress I took a while ago because fiance stuff, looking at dresses. The screen brightness like is definitely real. I'll find like another picture. There you go. You can kind of see it there, I think, the difference in the actual picture. Like the white is whiter. It just looks better. So yeah, I think that the screen itself is not only brighter, but it's just better quality with pretty much anything that you're watching or looking at. It just genuinely does look better on the 15 Pro Max. I don't think you would notice if you didn't have it though. Like I notice it because I've upgraded phones from, I mean, pretty different models. It has been a few years in between them. I think that if I went from like 14 Pro Max to 15 Pro Max, I probably wouldn't experience much of a difference, to be honest. At first, so before I actually went for the 15 Pro Max, like I said, I kind of decided, you know, like a year ago or so, that I wanted to upgrade my next phone to have a phone with a bigger screen. So at first I was pretty partial to the 15 Plus in pink, because the pink is like so cute, and just the feeling of like having a pink phone would make me so happy. And obviously you get like better cameras compared to the 11, you get the better screen, you get most of the package, you know. But the biggest difference was like the processing and stuff between the 15 Pro Max, and you also get a slightly different camera as the third camera. And, you know, performance wise, I wanted something that's gonna like be able to do a lot and handle quite a lot. And I also really wanted a phone that had like a really good battery. So the battery on the Pro Max is larger and better than the 11, so obviously that was a massive difference as well. It wasn't like my 11 battery was awful, it's just that, you know, if you can get a better one, then the longer that you have it, the better it lasts you nearer to the end. Like this, near the end of the 3 years, it's not really holding up. Like you're charging it 2-3 times a day, you know, it's not the same. And this, I charge it once a day and it doesn't get near to dying usually. Like I charge it once today and don't charge it till like over 24 hours later, but more like 30 or something. So one of the things that is different as well is the action button on the 15 Pro Max. I don't think that the base 15 has that. To be honest, I think that it is a little bit gimmicky. It's not really important, but it's actually quite useful. For me, on my action button, I've made it the do not disturb. It's just do not disturb. I don't know why I'm confused. Yeah, I've made it do not disturb, so when you press it, obviously, off to do not disturb, it's really quick and easy. My fiance actually has his on like the flashlight, which he actually says that is really useful. He actually uses it surprisingly, you know, more than he thought, and it's, yeah, super useful, you know, literally one button and you've got it. Like, it is really easy. But again, I wouldn't get it specifically for that feature, if that makes sense. And, you know, there's like the dynamic island instead of the notch. So let's show that. So, oh, I've got low battery. There you go. So the size of the notch and the dynamic island is pretty different, to be honest. At first, the dynamic island, I honestly didn't really care about it, but after using it, I really like it. I prefer it so much to the notch. I do like the fact that it adjusts to what you're using. I think that's really useful. It's actually quite an intuitive feature. But otherwise, I've realized how like obtuse the notch looks. Like I just think that it's really annoying now. So when I still use my old phone for a few things specifically, I don't like the notch at all anymore. But again, I would not feel this way if I didn't have my new phone. So, you know, it's 50-50. Like whether you're going to upgrade or not is really dependent on you, and, you know, if the features on this are enough, because at the end of the day, it is an expensive phone. It's not something cheap. So you have to make sure that it's worth it for you. And to me, I am very happy with it. I would say I have noticed that this phone gets warmer than my last. And I have spoken to Apple about it, and they've just told me to like keep an eye on it and stuff. So, you know, I'll see how it goes. Like I said, I've had it for about a month and I don't have any problems with it whatsoever. It's just that it does get a bit warm sometimes. Oh, also actually the colour, I have it in natural titanium, which honestly, I really like it. At first I was going to go for the white, but when I saw this, I actually thought, ooh, I think that's a bit nicer. And I mean, yeah, white is white, you know. So yeah, this is what the natural titanium looks like. I find that it's way more silvery in real life. In the listing pictures, you see it with like Apple and stuff. It looks kind of like more brown, kind of silvery. I don't really know. It just doesn't look exactly like it does here. Like when I saw it online, I was like, I do not like that color. But when I saw it in person, I did like the color. My fiance got his phone in, I think it's midnight. But like it is really nice actually. At first I wasn't super keen on the color, but once like if I didn't have this, I definitely would have got this because I like that it's quite dark blue, but in certain lighting it's lighter, which I think is just, I don't know, it's really nice. I like that it's got this kind of various sheen about it. But yeah, so these are the two colors like next to each other. Obviously there is also like a better chip in this phone, so when you, like one way that you can always test is like when you swipe, you can see when there is like certain lag and stuff. But with the 15 Pro Max, if you want to focus, but with this, it doesn't lag in the same way, and like the swipes just are much smoother than here. Ooh. Like the swipes with this is not as smooth, which again, it's not a bad phone. This is still not a bad phone. Like if you guys have an 11, do not feel like you need to change. If you're happy with it, stay that way. Like literally don't change until you're happy to. All in all, I am really happy with my new phone. I'm very happy that I upgraded it. It's been really nice just to like try out all the different features, and you know, just it's always nice when you have a piece of new tech. What can I say? It's nice. It's just one of those things you can indulge in, you know? But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for my full review. If you guys have any other questions or anything like about the phone or something, literally comment below and I will make sure to answer you guys or make another video if it needs it, whichever. But yeah, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope that I have answered, you know, any questions if someone is sort of was in the same position as me, had an 11 for a few years and they're thinking about upgrading. Obviously I can't speak for everyone because that was my position. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please go down below and hit that like button and consider subscribing to never miss a video from me. But until then, I will see you guys real soon. Bye!